Welcome, I'm Deronda with Foods 101. Today, I have a YouTube request. My subscriber named Dennis Graff would like to know how to make chicken fried steak. This is a fantastic recipe, and the ingredients you're going to need to start it off is 1 cup of all-purpose flour, 1 cup of buttermilk, 1 cup of vegetable oil, 1 egg, 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, 1/4 of a teaspoon of fresh cracked pepper, 1 teaspoon of your hot sauce. Your choice of hot sauce will do, and 1/2 teaspoon of kosher salt. Now, for the gravy part, you're going to need 1 cup of milk and a tablespoon of all-purpose flour. The star of the show are these cube steaks. I've got 3/4 of a pound of these cube steaks, and I'm making 2. They're very thin, as you can see, and it's absolutely going to be a fantastic chicken fried steak dinner, y'all. So let's get ready, and I'll show you how to start preparing. Now we're going to start a small assembly line. We've got the flour here in this dish, and now over here in this dish we're going to add the buttermilk, and I'm adding the egg into it along with our hot sauce, the pepper, the salt, the baking powder, the baking soda. And we're going to give this a lovely little whisking so we can get all those ingredients well incorporated. We're going to add it right here into this dish. Oh my goodness. And if you want to, you can get in there with a whisk and really get it well incorporated, because that's definitely what you're looking for. Next, we're taking our cube steak, and as you can see, I had it just wrapped in plastic wrap when I was showing it to you earlier. And then we're going to dip it here in this all-purpose flour until it's completely saturated everywhere with this all-purpose flour. Just like that, and shake off any excess flour. And if you want to get in here with your fingers, that's fine, but I just find it easier to use these tongs. And now we're going to dip it here in this buttermilk mixture. And oh my goodness, does that smell good? Just like that. Now we're going to go back over here in the flour. And you may want to shake your flour out to smooth it out. And we're going to put it back in the flour mixture until we have it completely covered with the flour. Again, just like that. There you go. That's what you're looking for. Now, I have a cooling rack that I've placed over a cookie sheet here, and I'm going to put my steaks right on here so they can sit for about 5 minutes to absorb all those fabulous seasonings and the flour and the egg and buttermilk. Now, off to my other one. These steaks have been sitting here for the last 5 minutes. Now they're ready for their frying bath. So over here to the oven top, I've got a 12-inch stainless steel skillet over medium-high heat, and I'm adding that cup of oil. And now to test the oil to make sure it's warm enough to drop our chicken fried steaks in, I'm going to show you how to test it. You're going to stick the end of your steak in the oil. If it sizzles like this, it's ready. So you're going to lie it down in here. You want to be sure not to crowd your pan. Okay, you may want to just scoot it to the right, scoot it to the left to make sure it's not sticking. If you don't have a stainless steel skillet, you can use a cast iron skillet. You can use a non-stick skillet, whatever makes you happy. Now we're going to let this fry on medium, and you're going to turn your temperature down to medium and let this cook for the next 2 minutes. Use your timer. Look how beautiful and golden this side is. Oh yes, that's what you're looking for. Now we're going to turn it over and let it fry for the next 3 minutes on this side. And I'll be back to show you how I'm going to make the gravy. I've been frying my chicken fried steak for a total of 6 minutes. And as you can see, it's beautiful and golden on this side. And I just lie it here on a plate lined with paper towel. I'm going to let it cool, and I'm going to make my other chicken fried steak. And look what a beauty that is. Keep your chicken fried steak warm by adding a piece of tinfoil to the top. I've poured my oil off from the frying pan, and I'm going to add a tablespoon of the oil back into my frying pan to make my gravy. And I've got my heat over medium heat. I'm adding my flour. I'm adding a little bit of fresh kosher salt, just a little bit, and some fresh cracked pepper. Now with the whisk, I'm just going to stir this around until I've got this really lovely roux. And the idea here is to really cook the raw flour flavor out. Alright, you see those little bits of brown? That's going to add some lovely flavoring to your gravy that you're going to add to the top of these chicken fried steaks. And you talking about a hearty meal, you're definitely going to have one in a few minutes. Now you're slowly going to whisk in your milk. And you want to continue stirring this with a whisk until your milk becomes thickened. And then you're going to have your lovely gravy that you can pour over the top of your chicken fried steaks. All right, we're going to give this about 2 minutes and I'll be back to show you what it looks like. My gravy has been bubbling slightly for the last 2 minutes. And if you want your gravy a little thicker, then continue bubbling it for another 30 seconds to a minute. And if your gravy's too thin, you can always add a little extra milk or water. So now I'm going to show you how we're going to pull this chicken fried steak together. I've added my chicken fried steak to a plate, and I'm just going to spoon on a little bit of that gravy. You can spoon on as little or as much as you'd like. And now we've got to give it a try. And I got an extra little spot there of gravy waiting for me. Woo! And looky there, how gorgeous that is. And if you want to add a few chives to the top, you may. Now, I'm going to cut into it. Show you what it looks like on the inside. Oh, it's nice and lovely and crunchy. Looky there. And now, let's give it a taste. Oh my yums. Okay, looky here. There we are. Okay. That buttermilk has made that beef cubed really super tender. The flavors, that wonderful hot sauce is coming through. The crunch, a little mashed potatoes with some green beans to serve it with is going to be a win-win dish. Hey y'all, hope you like this video. Give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, and I'll catch you all next time.